M.Soto here, Music, Life, and Love podcast. Got my man Gillionaire to my left.
Gillionaire is here. What it is? What's going on?
Yes, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, what up? What up?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I got a little Tito's in the system, man. You know how it is. Every podcast, every episode, we sipping on something.
Tito's always on deck.
Yeah, definitely. And Sagamore too.
For sure. Sagamore is on deck as well. First and foremost, I want to thank all our viewers, all our followers. You know, keep supporting us. Keep liking all our YouTube shorts, every post that we put out there on YouTube. Most importantly, if you have any topics, any comments that you want us to hear directly, musiclifeandlove88@gmail.com. We want to welcome all our new listeners, and we want to encourage y'all to, keep sharing everything that we put out. As you can see, I have on my "I wish I could give cancer" shirt.
Dope show.
I'm repping. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And one way or another, we know that cancer has affected family members and friends and just loved ones abroad. According to the American Cancer Society, there's an estimated 1.9 million new cancer diagnoses just in the year 2022 alone, and it's not even over. And more alarming is over 600 deaths. You know what I'm saying? So that mortality rate is just really increasing, and it's just out of hand.
That's out of control.
I lost my grandmother to stage 4 cancer. So, that's something that I hold near and dear. And I speak to individuals all the time who have survived cancer, and it's like every time they tell me their story, my jaw drops, and it's kind of like, damn, I'm over here ready to cry at 2 a.m, just stubbing my toe going to the bathroom. And it's like, I'm complaining off of that. So it's, that just erases, all my issues, just hearing their stories and how they bounce back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely want to give a shout out to all the survivors, anybody that actually went through it, anybody that actually went through cancer, or anybody that's been affected to it. Yeah, big shout out to y'all for real. In addition to the facts that you actually mentioned, I want to say, according to the breastcancer.org, in women under 45, breast cancer is more common in black women than in white women. So sisters, please, you know what I'm saying, all my black women, all my black queens, please go ahead and check yourselves out for real. It's that serious, you know what I mean?
Good point.
And my aunt, I want to shout out to my aunt, you know what I mean, for surviving breast cancer as well too. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to give a shout out to my aunt, or and everybody, period. Because we gotta do better. We gotta do better. Where's the cure? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, health is wealth, so make sure you take care of yourself.
That's a fact.
If anybody wants to get these shirts, they're on cancershop.com. And let's get into it.
Yeah, definitely, man. What's going on, M.Soto?
I want to talk about something that's been on my mind
Okay.
for a little while. Ghostwriters. It's been accepted in multiple genres just across music, and it's never been something that was shunned upon in other genres. But when it comes to rap,
Yeah.
I noticed it's like your credibility is taken away from you if you have ghostwriters, right? I have my own opinion on that, but I want to know, as a rapper, do you think it's okay to have a ghostwriter? Like, can you hold a title in the sense of you being someone great when it comes to being an artist, a rapper specifically, and have a ghostwriter?
I think times change, man. I think before, if you didn't write your own shit, it was a problem.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it all boils down to like the time frame, like you know what I mean, the time period of where rap is, where hip hop is at this point. These rappers, these artists, period, are entertainers. You know what I'm saying? So it all boils down to, hey, listen, if I'm putting out a song, it doesn't matter how it came about. It's what you hear. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you know what I mean? Can you vibe off of it? It's, you know what I'm saying? Can you connect with it? I'm just sending you a message, whether I wrote it or not. It's almost like, okay, if a priest is preaching the Bible, but did he actually write it? He's just preaching the Bible. So
Gotcha.
with that being said, I don't
for example, could you be considered one of the best if you have a ghostwriter? Like, could you be considered like top tier if you have a ghostwriter?
Nowadays, yeah. Nowadays,
Oh
yeah.
man.
Now, but before, nah, not at all. I actually would be devastated if I was to find out that somebody else that I actually, you know what I mean, I looked up to, an idol, you know what I mean. One of my favorite was Tupac, and if I was to come, you know, find out that Tupac had nothing but ghostwriters, like he never wrote anything whatsoever, I kind of would be like, damn, like yo, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
people write for like singers all the time,
See,
and they still great.
a different genre, right? That's R&B, right? For singers, you know, if you're singing your R&B or whatever have you, alternate pop, whatever it is. But when it comes to hip hop, for some reason, rap artists, and let's just say rap artists was, you know, it's from the streets. Hip hop is from the streets, so it was almost like, yo, whatever you putting out came from you, from the heart. So now I can't look at you or listen to you and appreciate something that you wrote that didn't actually come from you. You know what I mean? It's almost like, how can a millionaire?
Yeah, but it's almost like, but why?
Uh-huh.
But how could we hold, you know, a great artist that sings? Like, how can we hold them accountable to the same thing that we would hold accountable for a rap artist?
we can't.
Why?
We can't. Only
Only
because
because I'm just saying, because it's like, all right, cool, they gotta sing it. They
Right.
didn't write it, but people are gonna recognize them and be like, oh, this person wrote it though. But now if it was a rapper and be like, yo, such and such wrote this,
it's
and
a,
then they take the credibility away.
it's a street cred. That's what it is.
Okay.
It comes. It's this. That's part of the streets. There's certain things you can't take. It's the authenticity of like you writing something from what you experience. That's why, you know, I guess Rick Ross was getting clowned on for, like, I mean, he did what he did, but at the same time for being a PO,
Oh
CO,
yeah.
whatever
He
he
was a
was,
correction
right? A
officer,
correctional. He was.
which I don't even understand why he denied that, because I'm like, yo, listen, it is what it is.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's street cred. You know, it's you just hip hop is different, but now I feel like it's just different. You could be whatever. You could work at Walmart, come out as a rapper, and blow. You know what I'm saying? So. It don't even matter your background. It don't even matter who wrote for you. Everything is entertainment at the end of the day.
My take on that is this. I think that it's okay if you've already established your pen game. Like, if you've already proven that you have a catalog that you've written, and you, like, for example, if somebody like Jay, if somebody, even though it doesn't even sound right me even saying that, but if he had somebody do a song for him and then they just wrote it for him and he just spit it, it'd be like, okay, it's comparable. It's comparable to the stuff that you've already done. So it's kind of like you're not going to be able to tell a difference because he's been doing it for so long. So as for someone who's just coming in the game and somebody's just writing for them and they just writing some like crazy type shit, to find out years later, like, you know, 5-10 years later that wasn't them, then it's like, oh man.
Now, but would you look at Jay a little bit different, even if you found out years later?
Nah, because he already established that. Come on, he's an impeccable artist. Like, I wouldn't be like, okay, cool. He just didn't write a couple songs. Maybe he was tired.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. If I found out that Nas had a ghostwriter, oh no,
But
it's a problem.
from what time frame would you be upset about? You talking about his whole career, or you talking about like in the later years of his career?
I'm talking about, like,
he's still live right now.
Yeah, he's still doing it. He's still, his pen game is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is as well too. We just admire the fact that you actually came out with so much crazy bars. Like, yo, we look at you as gods, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's how we look at. You know what I mean? So it's just to find out that, damn, you was just a puppet. I think it's just the puppetry behind it. Like, you didn't really write this. It's almost like being a president. Like, all these laws and everything that you have to go by. Yeah, you got to go by these rules, right? So for me, it's like, I don't want to know that you actually a puppet. I want to know that you created everything. I want to know that you actually put down all this stuff and it came from the mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. I appreciate. You know what I mean? Entertainment is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is with Drake, with everybody else. But they did say Drake has a he has a pen game as well.
Drake definitely has a pen game, but the question would be from
when to when.
Yeah, like,
Or can we was your last single, was that you or was that somebody else?
Oh, I think it don't even matter no more.
Now, I was about to say that. I was about to say it really don't matter anymore when it comes to now who's actually writing their own shit. But there are certain artists that I'm gonna be disappointed to find out that they actually don't write this shit. Like if Meek Mills came out and be like, "Yo, I got a ghostwriter," and you was clowning Drake for having a ghostwriter. You get what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just street cred from hip hop, man. That's all it is. You know what I mean? I actually feel like it kind of doesn't matter now. If you put out a good song, you put out a good song. If I bop to it, I'm fucking with it.
But you know this makes it sound even worse because now you brought Meek Mill up. My whole thing was like you clowned him for having a ghostwriter and he still bodied you.
Yeah. Oh.
So now it's like
Yeah. Nah.
that it kind of like add insult to injury. Like
It came from somebody else,
and he's I don't know. I don't know if that one came from somebody else. But then again, if we just talking about from a strong a song structure, you know, perspective, it's kind of like
yeah.
if you got a ghostwriter, great. I just think that once you establish your pen game, maybe like a hook or something like that, and it's not wrong with like here's this hook, take this.
Right.
I steal your hook in a heartbeat. You're like, let me get that.
See that? I think that's what it is. With hooks, it's a little bit different. It's like anybody could come up with a hook. A hook is whatever. I think that's the leniency when it comes to ghostwriting. But when it comes to like your verse, your actual verse, everybody wants to write their own verse and say, I came up and said these bars and show the creativity of, what they presenting on the track.
Would you ghostwrite for somebody?
In a heartbeat. Quick.
Oh, you know what?
I would ghostwrite for somebody.
That was the
quick.
question.
That
was the question.
Yeah.
So the question is, would you ghostwrite for a top tier artist and they only give you $1,000, but the song blows, right? So I guess the real question is this: would you just write for a top tier artist for $1,000 because the song is gonna blow? You know what I'm saying? So would you do it knowing that this is a top tier artist, or would you ask for more, or would you just take the 1,000 and write it for him anyway?
See now it depends on what I sign off of. If I actually sign for that particular track, because singles is blowing off of albums right now, right?
Facts.
If I sign up for a track, I'll take the $1,000 just to get my name out there.
Okay.
But if we going by singles, or if you're doing it by whereas throughout your whole contract, whereas you have to present like 3 albums, or you know what I'm saying, you have to do. It depends on the contract.
Just one song. It's just one
song. 1,000.
Yeah, just work for hire. You don't get no royalties. You do well. You may or may not get the writer's credit.
Let's just say we don't get the writer's credit. I still do it.
You'll still do it?
Only because my ego would be like, yo, I wrote that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I did that. You know what I mean? So
right.
It'd just be more on like, yo, I actually put out something, and look at your favorite. Everybody's favorite artist is looking at, oh, yo, they came out with it, and then they get the credit for it. But in the back of my mind, I could laugh and be like, yo, I was the one.
Yeah, I think I would definitely write for top tier major artists, even for breadcrumbs, only because when they make that hit, that's going to open the door for me. They're probably going to come knocking on my door again for something else. So, now, I might have took the shorter end of the stick this time, but next time around, I'm like, yo, you're going to have to pay me for what I'm saying. Like, you're going to have to pay me a little bit more this time. And it'll just gradually increase as time goes by because, they tend to keep those people around. You know what I'm saying? If you make something magical happen, you're probably going to keep this shit around. Like, you're not just going to just, like, dismiss somebody who just helped you and put you on a higher pedestal.
Right.
So I'm with you on that.
I'm wondering, like, it makes you wonder, like, how many dope writers is out there that's locked up, you know what I'm saying, that probably passed away, that couldn't, you know what I'm saying, like.
Yo, what's his name? Who said that? He said that about R. Kelly. Tank,
right?
He said R. Kelly. I think he said that.
Yeah, Tank said it on Drink Champs. Like, yo, he's impeccable. Like, he's the only one that could fuck with him because he wrote everything that he wrote. He writes his shit.
Right.
You know
he writes his shit, and then I know.
Neo.
I'm surprised he didn't say Neo because I'm like, well, there's more writers like,
right.
yo.
Well, he wouldn't be able to fuck with Neo. I mean, Tank is a singer. Like he could really sing. You know what I'm saying? Not to say
Neo could too.
Neo could too, but I think Neo's more of a entertainer, whereas he's doing the dancing
and okay.
and he's crossing
I
over
don't
genres.
know.
He cross over genres. Tank, I don't think Tank ever did anything like in that commercial lane, or could could say that he done tracks with Calvin Harris. You know what I'm saying? He's tracks with.
Well, I mean, he's done tracks with like way more people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Behind the scenes too.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? He's but they're all in that lane, and they're all writers. In their own respects, and then they have the connections to make shit like that happen, and they got the network.
Yeah.
So we will both do it. All right. So
I'll definitely do it in a heartbeat. I'll take down that 1,000, and and just to say like, yo, listen, I wrote that, like,
right.
That was a fucking hit. It came out of me.
It would be nice if they gave you the writer's credit some way, somehow.
Oh, but that's residual and that royalties and all that. They don't want to do that. They don't want to add that name, your name on that paper. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much.
Okay.
Like, yo, here's $1,000. Get the fuck out of here.
Listen, y'all gonna come back. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. So we tackled that.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I want to bring up that's been kind of like circulating around. It's been circulating for quite some time now, but I'm starting to notice a trend for people disrespecting legends.
Not Legend, the podcaster, right?
No, not her.
Okay.
Cause she'll shoot you. I mean, the music legends, and even in other like industries, such as sports and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I saw something the other week, Ryan Garcia just trashing Floyd Mayweather, and I'm like,
come on, man.
What is going on here? Like, yo, bro, like you ain't put no kind of work in like this man put work in, and you're really talking shit about him. So I just want to know like the dynamic there, where you stand on like disrespect towards legends. Like, how does that shit even fly? Because before you would try to get the respect, the cosign from them. Now it's like people is just like overlooking them and acting like, yo, they not even in existence. You know what I mean? So I think that's just something that, in my opinion, is just a violation, but I don't know how you feel about that.
I'm going to tell you, right now, no disrespect is going to be allowed around me, period. I don't care. If you're talking about a legend and you're around me saying, yo, fuck this.
People made comments about, like, Tupac is whack.
Right.
And rappers.
A comment like that, you should be banned.
You've heard it.
Yeah, of course. You should be banned. The reason why is like, yo, have you actually paid attention to what he's done, what he said, what he contributed to hip hop, period? You can't talk about hip hop without talking about Tupac. You know what I'm saying? You can't. There's certain names that's solidified, that's stamped, that's engraved. You can't talk about and you can't disrespect. So I feel like a lot of OGs out there, you know what I'm saying, in the hip hop industry, like, yo, listen, start checking cats that actually are disrespecting the legends. And I'm glad that LL did that with Akademiks. Like, yo, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Calling them out. You know what I mean? So
he called, for those listening out there, DJ Akademiks, he made a statement where he said that the pioneers of hip hop, when you see them, they're dusty. And so LL Cool J, he has something to say about that. So basically what he was saying was like, yo, they don't really got no money or anything like that, which is crazy because, I mean, if you're going off of looks, I mean, Jeff Bezos be looking dusty too, but I mean, where he's sitting at.
Yeah. All those millionaires, you know what I'm saying, they don't rock what we rock, right? Or would rock. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, they know they don't need to spend their money to look. They don't have to look rich. They are rich. That's number one. Number two, you saying they looking dusty?
They looking dusty, like when you see them out there, they look like they ain't got no bread or anything like that.
They've been robbed. A lot of these hip hop artists from back in the days that actually pioneered everything. You know what I mean? That actually carried, you know what I'm saying, the baggage, the bags, and they've been robbed.
They blazed the trail.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of disparaging for you to say that they look dusty, because it's kind of like you co-signing the disrespect by even saying something like that. But
because of your platform, you're using that in order for you to actually disrespect and And what are you doing by that? What do you gain by that? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, because you know what I'm saying, it's not like he don't really need nothing like that to where he has to make a statement like that just to gain more, attention. You know what I'm saying? He's established. So I would think that, the plight there would be to push the game forward and set the example for, a lot of younger, artists to be like, yo, listen, like, disrespecting legends is not cool. You know what I'm saying? They blazed the trail in order for you to do what you're doing now, because they was getting fucking stupid garbage deals. Like, the artist now is like, okay, they have a little bit more control, a little bit more control in comparison to what they had.
Back in the days, you can get,
Right.
They wasn't getting paid like that.
Nah, not only were they not getting paid, but the avenues, they didn't have that many outlets like that, like how they have now. So it's kind of like, yo, they did what they did. They fought for a lot of stuff. But I'm just noticing, like, even if you mentioning names like, Wu-Tang, Nas, you know what I'm saying, like Big, Bad Boy, Pac, and all of them, they never disrespected anybody that came before them. To my knowledge, they never really went at nobody. They didn't really make no statements about anybody in in a negative way about anybody before them. So it's kind of like I'm just trying to figure out where did they might have did it amongst each other as peers,
right?
But they never really, like LL and all them, they never really shitted on nobody that came before them, because that wasn't tolerated then. It was like, yo, listen, yo, you getting too big for your britches. You might want to calm down. So I see it happen more now than before. But then I'm looking at it like, okay, even the artists that came forward, like even in the 2000s, you know what I'm saying, like the Lil Waynes, like the Ja Rules, 50s, I still didn't see them disrespect nobody from back then. So then I don't see the J. Coles, I don't see the Drakes, the Kendrick, I don't see none of them disrespecting anybody who has something to do with pushing the culture forward or contributing to hip hop. So it's like, I don't understand why, certain artists feel like it's okay to just.
That's the ego thing, man. That's definitely the ego.
You can't ego trip on somebody who's they're not even out there. It's like they already made their mark, and Lil' Kim is not. You know what I'm saying, shitting on MC Light.
Yeah,
like,
no, not at all. Because the thing is, you admire. Here's the thing, too. Back in the days, you admire listening to these artists, because they were artists that inspired you. You get what I'm saying? So whoever inspired you is, and in the gap, let's put it out there as well, too. The gap in between the 80s and 90s, like the 80 rappers and the 90 rappers, is not really too far. These cats that's disrespecting, you know what I mean? They're disrespecting cats that's from the 90s, right? And they're shitting on the people that's from the 90s, and we in 2022. So to them, it's like, I don't even care, because I'm not going back in the days. It's almost like, okay, let's say if rap started in the 60s, probably them niggas in the 90s probably would have been disrespecting the cats in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really know. I guess it's just a gap thing, and the word respect is not respected.
There we go. I was about to say, I don't really feel as though it's not only time frame. I just think that it's more so a level of respect. It's kind of like, paying it forward. Because if you look across, from a perspective of culture, like the elder is revered and regarded and honored. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what they say, that's law right there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's kind of like, it's the inverse when it comes to specific things. When it comes to legends, like on this side of the house, you know what I'm saying, I don't understand. Like,
one thing I want to point out too is marketing, the business, the people that's behind them. Like, yo, go ahead and say that. You know what I mean? Go ahead and say, you know what I'm saying, that Tupac is whack. Go ahead and say that Biggie, you would have killed Biggie on a verse or verses or whatever the case. You have to say that only because you're the attention. You know what I'm saying? They want the controversy, because controversy sells, sex sells.
True.
So there's marketing behind all of that as well too. It might be strategic. Maybe, like you brought up Ryan Garcia to disrespecting Mayweather.
Well,
You know that was his idol growing up. You know for a fact that had a.
You said he got posters up?
Yeah, he must have had posters up and shit like that. Was like, yo, I got to be like him and everything. Like, come on, man. There's nobody. Maybe okay, Ryan Garcia, he's Mexican, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's definitely a lot of Mexican boxers that he probably looked up to, but you cannot.
De La Hoya.
De La Hoya, definitely. You know what I mean?
You looked up to him.
Yeah. There's a lot of
And
Mexican.
there's more legends before that.
For sure, definitely. I'm mad that I'm drawing a blank, but more than anything, you cannot talk about boxing, especially his age. Brian Garcia, Floyd Mayweather, Mayweather was influenced. He was an influence.
Oh yeah.
That's a fact. So you're probably shit on because of the team that you're in. You know what I mean? And
okay.
you know what I'm saying? So if I'm in G, you know what I mean? If I'm riding with G Unit, of course I'm a shit on Murder Inc. Of course I have to, because you know what I mean? I'm riding with these people. But at the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, Ashanti's shit. Ashanti's bad.
Man,
you know what I mean? I respect Irv Gotti's hustle and shit like that. And Ja Rule, you can't deny Ja Rule's talent. You know what I'm saying? That Ja Rule was fucking, he's the man.
He was that guy.
So if I'm riding with G Unit, I'm gonna definitely ride out with G Unit. But in back of my head, I'm back in my mind, I'm be like, nah, I got respect for these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I can't see myself, regardless of what team I'm riding with. I don't see myself trying to strip anybody away. Just that has made some type of impact. Some of the people that have gotten disrespected have had an impact on the game, and they were up there, and it's kind of like, yo, what have you done? Like, it's one thing to have an opinion, right? But your opinion has to stand on some type of credentials. Like, you can't just make a statement like that and you ain't did shit. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? And then the more stuff that you do and, as you progress in your career, you learn to have an appreciation for people that, blaze the trail before you. So you would think that there would be a level of respect. Mm-hmm. You may not like this person's music. A lot of people that have made that comment about Pac and, you know what I'm saying, he's whack or whatever the case may be, I seriously doubt they listen to his albums.
Yeah.
And if they did, and then you call him whack, it's kind of like, but there's a lot of things that he did outside of music, but there was still part of his life. Just like, Nipsey Hussle, same thing. His music was a reflection of what he stood for. Mm-hmm. So, you got people saying, oh, he's not a legend. And I'm like, yo, well, then you have to explain that, like, why you feel as though this person is not a legend, because you have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that could probably say otherwise. And last time I checked, you know what I'm saying, the people will control, what it is that you are looked upon as. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't agree with it.
Right now, it's all the whole cap thing, and you know what I'm saying. Everybody, just a lot of fake shit going out there, just to put. I think it all boils down to marketing. It all boils down to marketing.
So you think it's a publicity stunt?
It could be a publicity stunt.
I wouldn't want that stain on my shirt though. Not if I'm a rapper. It's just like
you could actually recover from that stain. You could wash it off, and
it's wrestling, right?
Yeah.
You know how they first start out as the bad guy and then they turn into the good guy. Everybody loves to see that.
Everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to see the turnaround. So you can actually say whatever you want to say in the beginning and be like, yo, I only said that because of this, that, and the third. 10 years later, you know what I'm saying? I did this because you know what I mean. Now I'm popping. Now I don't got to worry about it no more. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You could confess. So
all right,
it could happen. So
Els, what you feel about that, man? You over there switching the camera angles, what like disrespecting legends?
Shout out to Els, man.
Disrespect to legends, man. People be out here just saying stuff. People be out here saying stuff.
Yeah, but you gotta be held accountable for some of this. Like, some of the people that are saying certain things, they actually have a platform. So it's kind of like, you have that wide reach, so when you make a statement like that, there's like hundreds of thousands of people looking at you, and a lot of them are younger, so it's kind of like, yo, like, what message I don't know.
Yeah. It's not, it shouldn't be allowed. And
especially depending on who it's coming from, too. Like, if you make terrible music or you make very mediocre music, I don't see it. Nah.
Like a 6ix9ine. If 6ix9ine was talking about
that sound kind of crazy.
Yeah, now that there would be no validity to that. I'd be like, all right, he just.
It's marketing, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It depends on who it comes from as well, too, because you be like, nah, come on, man. Like, yo, ain't nobody listening to you because we already know what you about. So.
Could you imagine somebody like Kendrick be like, yo, they talking about the 3 MCs, and he be like, yo, this person's washed. I be like,
Ooh.
oh shit.
That's
I
crazy.
might take that a little bit more serious.
I'm like,
Why
yo,
you say that?
can you repeat that again? Like,
Yeah,
you just said this man's washed. Like, he been in the game for 30 years,
Yeah.
and he's still a monster. Like,
There's a lot of rappers that I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I didn't listen to, but there's no way in hell I wouldn't disrespect them, or I never really listened to their album, but I would never disrespect them as far as, you know what I'm saying, like any rapper back in the days. I didn't listen to them, but I'm not going to say you wash. It's just my, you know what I mean, I'm about the now, so
okay.
yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna get off of those topics real quick.
Yeah.
One that I do want to touch on is, you know, I can't get past none of these episodes without, you know, including my women. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, ladies, what's up, ladies?
It's the love part.
Oh, can I can show G that thing?
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Has something to do with a lady.
All right,
She mentioned it. Hey, G, I just want to get your impressions on this picture right here real quick.
all right.
First thoughts, first impressions.
First impression,
First impression.
shorty in the pink, right? Obviously.
Yep.
I like what I see from the back for sure.
Okay.
Don't.
I already know where it's going.
Oh no, hold up. From the back, what I see is cool.
She a nice.
Nah, she got
Ladies
some
and
thick,
gentlemen,
yeah.
for our listeners out there, Elle just put up a picture of a lady in a department store. It looks like a dollar store with a huge ass.
Yes.
And it's coming out them shorts.
Yeah.
Something I like to see.
And I like what I saw. I like what I saw for sure, definitely.
All right, so
What you got?
you know, I mean, it's still the same young lady.
Okay.
Still the same lady.
I don't like where it's going, but go ahead.
Hold on, let's go back to the picture. Let's go back to that picture.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
man,
nah,
look
she
at
look
that
good.
ass.
She got the
Right.
Daisy Duke shorts
Might have
on
to
and
make a phone
everything.
call after this.
Yeah, fat ass and everything.
Oh!
Ah.
And now Els pulls up the picture of her feet because, ladies and gentlemen, Gillionaire is a foot
Foot
enthusiast. Oh, foot fetish guy.
Got it. Yeah, I
He
love
loves
feet.
Oh, and her feet.
no.
He just zoomed in on her feet. It looks like she was kicking chalk for hours. What
man.
the fuck was that?
Damn, ma, what happened, ma?
Yo, for our listeners out there, yo, you got to go check us out on the YouTube to see what else. just
Oh,
posted up.
jeez.
So-
ma. Nah.
Hold on, Els, you got to follow up to that because I got something for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I just want to know your impression.
Oh,
So-
come on, man.
Thoughts
I'm
and concerns
disappointed.
on that for the
So
community?
yeah, so
I'm
you're not
disappointed.
you're not going in?
Oh, man.
No, there's no all man. That's not
Ah.
there's no all mans here. There was a woman who was thick as fuck. I'm talking about some, you know,
She was,
Miami.
Yo, she got a body, bro. She had a body.
That's
crazy
not
body.
that's not an answer. That's not an acceptable answer, my friend.
Nah.
The question is here: would you go in on that? You saw her feet. She was playing with chalk. She was stomping on it. What's
she
up?
might have, whatever it is, that, you know what? I give her the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? I give her the benefit of the doubt.
Look,
She might have.
Oh, let me take my glasses
Nah,
off.
she might have came from the beach. She might have was in the beach. And it's Miami. She threw that on and shit like that. She forgot
Bro,
to actually throw. That's a
What
beach.
beach is that,
I don't know. She's in Miami probably. We don't know where she's from.
bro?
You know what I'm saying? So
White sand
I-
and calluses
That-
and bunions
that-
and shit like that. That
nah, I didn't see no callus in the bunions. I didn't see that.
Els, pull a
Oh,
picture
please,
back up, man.
pull-
And I'm not taking my glasses off no more.
Nah,
but yo,
I gotta see this.
yo, let's see this again, man.
Trying to give the best, but
Oh,
that shit
man,
look
right
good
there.
right
Look at
there.
that. Look at
You know what I'm
that.
saying?
You care about feet that you passing on that?
No, but here's the thing. Hold on one second.
You
Let me
still
see.
have yet to answer the fucking question.
I gotta give her the benefit of the doubt. I gotta see exactly I gotta ask her, where did you come from? Where did you come from? What happened?
You asking her questions, she invites you. She I'm in room 204.
I'm asking her questions. What the fuck happened here? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what happened?
You're gonna blow your chances of hitting that,
By asking her
questions.
a question, just a question.
bro.
What happened?
Ask her after you hit.
Nah,
Who cares, bro?
man, 'cause-
a little bit of lotion is not gonna, like, you know what I'm saying, like, hurt.
But I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, hey, listen, you know what? Next time,
We going on 3 minutes and you didn't say whether you were hit or not. That's crazy. We going on 5 minutes exactly and you did not answer whether you would hit that or not.
like I said, I would say, hey, listen, next
You was
time.
a sucker, man. Pass it to me, man. I'll lotion for her feet for her.
Word.
I'll
You
send
got
to
it?
you when I'm done. I'm like, yo, here you go, bro. Now you could go ahead and do what you need to do.
Okay.
Oh, my
Oh man, nah.
Yo, L, why?
Els knew I was gonna say no or some shit like that.
Bro, you kidding me? Yo,
Nah, I feel like I'm not gonna pass that up. That ass was fat. That ass was fat. Nah, that's what I like.
Now, what if Elle would have showed us a picture of her, like she had a mustache when she turned around?
You see what I'm saying? Now it's like y'all really trying to like get me in a position to say shit that I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, nah, I'm not
You wouldn't
fucking
hit
with
that
it.
if she had a mustache, like a little thick one, like
Not a little thick one. There's no little
I
thick.
tried.
There's only a little fade of it.
Nah,
you know what I'm
kid,
saying?
I think
Nah, we're not gonna go through this
I would
again.
have to.
Yo, Els,
I'm
thank
hitting
you,
that
man.
kid.
Yo, of course you hitting that.
Look, just don't fucking try to kiss me. I swear to God, I'm a Mortal Kombat uppercut you into the next level upstairs. Don't play with me.
Shit.
Not turn around.
Damn. So you're not kissing the chick with a mustache on, bro?
Nah, not like no.
Damn.
Nah, I'm not even. I'm not doing none of the kissing shit at all. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm a kisser.
I'm not kissing. I'm not kissing you at all. Nah.
love kissing.
Not if we out in. We out in Miami. I just met you and shit like that.
Now she got something light, real light, real
Even
light.
if she didn't have nothing, I'm not kissing you.
Oh, I'm a sucker. I'm kissing. I don't give a
Nah,
fuck.
I'm not.
I love doing
not
all
a-
that shit.
I'm not
Trust.
just kissing no chick I don't fucking know, bro.
Mhm.
I throw in a condom and hit it though,
Okay. I hear you.
and
I
I
hear you.
pray after that.
Yo, Els, man, what was that, bro? What was that?
Convenience store dilemma.
This guy right here, man.
Damn.
That was a good one though.
Nah, she had a fat ass. I like what I saw.
Oh
in the
man,
back.
that shit was crazy, man.
We didn't even see the grill. It depends on the grill.
I don't give a fuck. I'm in Miami. I don't care where I'm at.
Oh, so we just threw that setting. We don't know they're in Miami, but we just threw that setting on.
Yeah, we did.
All right, cool.
It could have been summertime.
I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, man.
Could have been in Dundalk.
That's what, oh shit. That looked like a Dundalk store, right?
Yo, we're not gonna deviate.
Let's
But
go.
since Els brought something up that had a woman in it, would you want your woman to be submissive? Like your girl be submissive? Keep in mind the definition of submissive. So would you want your woman to be submissive? And you know the definition. You know the so.
I know the definition, but can we get a breakdown, man? Can we get a breakdown?
All right,
Just
I
for the
got you.
listeners
Let me-
and for people that actually have a perception of what submissive is, but they don't know.
Okay, boom. In the sense of your woman doing things for you that she doesn't necessarily want to do, but because you are her man, she's going to do it anyway. But she doesn't want to do it. Okay, so she may be tired, but because you her man, she's gonna do whatever it is that you ask of her, right? There's no compromise there. A compromise is between two people and it's an agreement, and you know what I'm saying? It could pretty much you guys agree to do something that you don't necessarily want to do. Submissive is you just give in. There's no compromise there in being submissive. There's no compromise. You're just gonna do what it is the other person says, and that's it. So it's not a compromise type of situation. You're submitting.
According to that definition, if I'm going to
That-
go by
That is the definition.
that definition, right?
Or at least
Right. No, but
from what I understand.
right. So going with that definition, I don't want a submissive woman.
You don't want a submissive
I don't.
woman?
The reason why I don't want a submissive woman, if it's according to that definition,
So hold on, here we go.
you know what I'm saying?
Submissive.
So we have
right?
Uh-huh.
I want to see if I'm right because I'm usually wrong. It says ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly obedient or passive.
or passive.
I think that speaks to what I'm saying. So you're just giving up.
You're just yeah.
And I'm amazed that I'm able to read that.
No,
It's
that's
so
what's up,
small.
man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
Nah,
laser
you still got
surgery
your
is working.
Yeah, you got
But
it.
go ahead.
But let's go back, right? If we're going by that definition,
Uh-huh.
I do not want a submissive woman.
Why not?
The only reason why I don't want a submissive woman because I want you to do certain things for me the way I would do it for you in an exciting way. Now,
Oh.
you get what I'm saying? I don't want you to do it whereas you're like, man, fuck, I don't even want to do this for this guy. I don't want to do it for him, but I'm just going to do it because because I feel like now you just giving in. You're just doing it because you just want to do it.
She want to keep you.
Yeah, she want to keep. I
Nothing wrong with
appreciate
that.
No, I definitely appreciate that. But I want somebody that's actually going to do something and be excited to do it for me. Only reason why is because when that just shows that it's coming from a genuine space. It's not being forced. So if it's genuine that way, where it's like, yo, I'm gonna definitely do it. Now don't get it wrong. There might be some times that whereas I might be tired to do certain things, but I'm gonna definitely do it because I wanna make sure that I keep you know what I mean, I want to keep Shorty happy. I want to keep her happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna definitely do it. I don't think for me it would be more considered submissive. It's just more so I just want to make sure that I keep certain things aligned. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't want to be with a woman that didn't want to do certain things, but she felt like, I'm just gonna do it because you know what I mean, I'm supposed to. No, don't do it because you're supposed to. Do it because you want to.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Only because I feel as though that shit runs out. It's like it's only but so long you're gonna keep doing something that you don't really want to do before you start rebelling. And you know what I mean? You're gonna be like, nah, man, fuck this. All right, I'm tired of this because it's like I ain't gonna keep doing this. So I guess it's a thin line between compromise and submission, because it's like when you compromise, at least you both come to an agreement. So I don't know. I might want to watch the game on Sunday. You might want to watch, I don't know, you want to binge watch Power. And I'm like, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I done watched it already. But then we're like, all right, I tell you what. I'll watch the first, 2-3 hours of the game. And then we could watch see, that's so.
The first 2-3 hours of the game is the whole game. But go ahead.
But that's called manipulation, which you start throwing these little intricate details into, the agreement that they don't really see, and then you flip them. You flip them because women will finesse the fuck out of you.
Yeah, definitely.
Easily. They
Yeah,
have the
that's
gift
a
of
fact.
gab. They will finesse the fuck out of you. And then it will bring me to my next point. Do you feel like men submit more to women's demands, or do you feel as though women submit more to men's demands? I already know where we going with this.
I want to hear what you got to say about
with that one? Oh.
Yeah, I want to hear what you got to say, dude.
Yeah. You know how many dudes I know that's fucking married, and they be telling me the stories. They be like, man, I don't feel like doing this, but my wife, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like doing this. I don't want to I don't want to, you know what I mean? And I have to give, I'm like, so if you don't want to do all this shit, why do you do it? Oh, because I don't want no problems. I'm like, you don't want no problems?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's right.
So what's going on here?
Yeah.
So when it comes to women, I don't really, their shit be kind of like different. Like
It's different.
it's just a little bit different. I think we could get a woman up here to speak on that. I don't.
I would love for us to get a couple of females' perspective.
I personally, you know what? Since people want to hear a personal opinion,
Yeah.
I've done mad shit. You know what I'm saying, in my relationships that I ain't want to fucking do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm trying to just relax.
Right. But is that a compromise? Are you compromising, or are you actually are you submitting to a certain command? I feel like when somebody actually is commanding you to do something and you actually don't want to do it, then you're actually you're submitting to that request, right? Yeah. So, but I feel like there's certain things, whereas, because we got to know the difference, because I feel like if you come to a compromise, like I don't feel like doing it, but you know what I'm saying, you compromise and be like, okay, you know what, she's done this for me, so I'm gonna do this for her.
Nah, fuck that. Nah.
It's okay.
Compromise is like, yo, you on the opposite side of the table, I'm on this side of the table.
Yeah.
You want this, I want that. How can we meet in the fucking middle? Like,
damn.
Sometimes, like, everybody's not gonna always walk off happy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's gonna be 60 fucking 40. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna take the 40. And sometimes, which rarely happens, you know what I'm saying? You gonna take the 40. But like for me, there was a lot of things that I've done in relationships that I didn't really want to do, but I did it anyway because I'm like, yo, all right, because I could deal with it.
Yeah.
I'll fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's
but was it vice versa? Was it reciprocated though?
Yeah, I think it was reciprocated. It's just that, you know what they say. What's that shit they say? Happy wife, happy life. Some shit.
Yeah.
What is that shit?
Yeah, happy wife, happy.
Els, you should know.
It's happy me, happy she.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's you first.
So you first. I see that
This relationship is different.
Yeah, very different because I ain't.
Trickles down.
It trickles down, bro.
So how you got it set up?
When you happy, naturally you want people around you to be happy, especially a girl. You know, you doing up, you went and got some money today. Hey, what you want to go do? But if it's the other way around, that don't mean it's always going to trickle the other way. It don't seem to go that way most days.
Damn. Shit.
You can name some examples, maybe.
I'm about to go in. As soon as I'm gonna let you finish, about to go in. what have you done for me lately? That comes in arguments.
Oh,
That is like, oh, we don't do anything anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about? We just went out like 3 days ago. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Another one is like, yo, well, vacation wise, I remember I was going on vacations and stuff like that, and it was like, yo, all right, so where we going next? I'm like, to bed. What the fuck you think this is?
like, yo,
we just came back from somewhere, like, you know what I
Hell's
mean?
going
Like,
on?
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? The smaller things would just be like what's already like expected of you, you know what I'm saying? Just smaller things like, I don't know, taking out the trash, taking care of the car, you know what I'm saying? So that's minor stuff. But the major stuff is kind of like, if y'all, especially if y'all both working, y'all both tired. So it's kind of like, yo, you really have to initiate that teamwork to make shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Average person, they not getting back to the crib till like 5, 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? By that time, especially if you got kids, you got to get them ready. You got to get dinner ready. You got to get the clothes ready. You know what I mean? And you still got to wind down, you know, take a shower, do all these different things. So it's kind of like, yo, there's responsibilities in between those hours that need to take place. So it's kind of like, yo, you got to kind of have a system in order. But some people don't understand that concept. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like, yo, if you don't have that in place, then it's going to fall on one person. And for, I guess, a way not to have to run into any arguments, because some people tend to like initiate arguments off of shit that doesn't make sense. I'm like, yo, do you not see the same shit I see? Like, yo, come on, let's work together. Like, come on. You know, if you see me over here doing 101 things, the least you could do is take some of the stuff off the table for me. Like, come on, don't add shit to my plate.
Yeah.
And we in this together. So it's just a thin line between being, you know, submissive and compromising. So I get your point.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Els.
No, I was just gonna ask, is they like synonymous? Are they like synonyms?
They
Like they trick you into saying a different word to make it sound better?
Manipulated.
You know what? When it comes to like the word submissive, everybody seems to think that it's more so it's a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
It's more so one of those things that you kind of tag that onto a woman for some reason, right? Because I guess for a guy to be submissive would mean that he's feminine. From what I've seen is like, yo,
yeah, that's true.
for a guy to be
That's the
submissive is
perception.
like, oh nah, I ain't submissive. Like
Yeah.
they look at that, they shun upon it because it's kind of like something that's looked upon as something that women are supposed to be.
Even though we've been doing that
That's what I'm
in a
saying.
relationship.
So that
We've been submitting to
Yeah.
a lot of women because there's a lot of things whereas we submit to just because we don't want to argue, we'll submit to actually lying instead of telling the truth.
oh, now that's manipulating. You know?
No, we'll lie about it because you know what I mean. Just for example,
okay,
like as far as like if a female asks you how does my hair look and so on and so forth, just because you don't want an argument,
Oh, okay.
you kind of like you know what? Let me
It's
just.
good.
It looks
Like,
good,
oh, it looks great.
even though
No,
you.
it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Right?
It looks good. Trust me. But if I say it looks bad, then
Eh,
now I gotta.
Yeah, now you got to deal with this. Then you got to deal with everything else that comes along with it. So it's almost like, yo, you know what? It maybe it's a thin line between some being submissive or just being a liar. I don't know what it is, but more than anything, I think we just want to satisfy the person that we're with. We just want to satisfy the person we're with. So that's why I feel like men do that more often than women. So if we do turn around and look at it, yeah, men are more submissive than men.
The women.
Men
Man.
are more submissive than women.
They quick to pretty much satisfy a woman. And
Exactly.
if that falls under the terms of being submissive, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. The shit gonna get done no matter what title you put it under. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's just so quick to fall under titles these days. It's kind of like, you know, I don't want to be submissive. I'm like, motherfucker, you submissive to your job.
Right.
They tell you to fucking go wipe that damn toilet down.
You're
Yo,
gonna
let's go
definitely,
get-
yeah.
So,
It-
so let's not minimalize it to just a relationship or women and men.
At the end of the day, I feel like it's just, just do what makes the relationship work. You know what I'm saying? Do what makes it without it compromising you spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
Facts,
mean?
facts.
So that you know what I mean. If it's coming to the point whereas you feel like you just can't take it anymore, then there's got to be a conversation behind it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, let's make this relationship work. Let's make it happen. okay, you know what? There's gonna be times where I don't feel like, because there's times that we don't even feel like getting out of bed in order to do work, but we
The
do
baby's
it.
crying.
You know what I'm saying? The baby's crying. Shit like
Else,
that.
but you be doing submissive shit, man.
Submissive and compromising.
It's-
I said I think they synonymous, but they try to trick you into it. So
Okay.
you gotta like establish the boundaries with that. The boundaries gotta be in place, because otherwise, I was just looking at the definition.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you said it, I was like, is it the same thing? It looked
It's
like
not.
it says an
it's not.
agreement or settlement of a dispute that is reached by each side making concessions. So basically, somebody got to back down. So somebody got to submit.
Oh, so it's almost the same.
It's somebody has to submit, but when you, man,
I feel
but
like compromise is more so of an agreement.
y'all both have to come to an agreement.
Yeah,
Submit is like
you have no say so.
you just giving up.
Yeah, you don't have no say so whatsoever. It's not even giving up, because the thing is, in compromise, you're giving up to in order for that side to actually reach.
You're giving up your original request.
Right.
You're going from 100 to 50. You're not going from 100 to 0 when you like here. Or you could just go from 100 to 30 and they got the 70, but you're not going to 0.
See, submitting would be, yeah, you're right. I feel like submission would be more so, whereas, all right, I'll do this.
Oh, you fucked. That's it.
Yeah, like your compromise is more like, I'll do this, but in return, can you do this for me and everything like, so that's a compromise.
That's a compromise, yeah.
Submission would be more so like, what do you want me to do next? How high do you want me to jump? You know what I'm saying? Do you want me to lick the floor? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Is that complete submission though, or is that like the extreme version of submission?
I
Versus
mean,
like, it's just like it's the perception of you got options in this situation. But if your girl, like you said, tell you like, hey, you gotta cut the grass, or I'm gonna get somebody else to cut the grass.
wait,
Oh,
Like, hey, the grass got to get cut, like you
you're
said.
absolutely right.
It changes it.
so what's the question? Hold on.
The perception is that you got the option, like by saying, "Hey, I just need you to cut the grass, take the trash out," and then you start hearing stuff like, "Now, I hope you wouldn't be in a situation like this, but you're in a situation where somebody say, the last person I used to deal with, or I'm gonna have to get."
But I just pulled
such
a
and
double
such.
shift, and I come home, and you want me to cut the grass. I just pulled a double shift. So now, where's the consideration? then?
It comes down to what Els is saying. Like as long as the job gets done.
Oh, well then you cut the grass, and let me get the rest, because I just worked a double shift, so it's circumstantial at this point. But now, if you just want me to cut the grass because that's just something you want me to do, okay, great, I'll cut the grass, right? Because you asked me to do it. But if I had a problem with it, then it's like, I'm not cutting the grass right now. I'll cut it later. No, you need to do it now. Why? Who's coming over?
To
HOA around?
to come to a compromise, there should be some type of schedule, right? And that would eliminate submission. You know what I'm saying? Like, on Tuesdays, you're supposed to wash the dishes every night. Well, you know what I'm saying? And on Tuesdays, she cooks, you wash dishes. On Wednesdays,
What if she don't want to cook, man?
on Tuesday, no, then you're going off the agreement, which is the compromise, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, now you deferring from what we
Yeah, but I
agreed to.
mean, she might have just changed her mind. Like, you know what? I just want to, let's order out. And you be like, no, cook.
Yeah, you got to cook so I could wash the dishes so I could do one more time.
So somebody eventually submits. Like if once they don't want to do it and they still got to do it, then submission at that point.
So it's levels. So a submission is like the very last resort. It's almost like, somebody puts you in a chokehold, and you trying to fight,
And then
but then it's like, it's
Submission.
like you tap out like, all right, I'm done. You got it. That's what it is. Because I seen it in UFC all the time. They be getting put in them chokeholds. They be trying to fight.
submission. Yeah.
But then they can't no more, and they don't want to die. So they're like, all right.
So isn't that a compromise? Because you like, you know what? Since you want to dominate, it's not a
That the women, they be having you in a chokehold. Like,
have you in
if
chokehold.
you don't do it, I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
kill you.
Yeah, yeah. You ain't
You
gonna
gonna
get this.
die.
You ain't gonna get this pussy. You ain't gonna get this pussy. I'm not gonna give you no pussy for this.
Yo, listen, if you don't give me
Damn.
no asses, I'll go get it somewhere else.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's my compromise. So, that's my fucking compromise. Oh, you don't want to give me no? All right, I'll see you later.
dope.
I'm going to go get some ass.
Yeah.
I'll
One way
let
or
you know
another.
how it was when I
Yeah,
come back.
yeah.
Now, I might not have no clothes.
Yeah.
The locks might be changed. My car might be burnt up.
Yeah.
But I just, every action is a reaction.
Damn.
Nah, but
Hey, man. Hey.
good topics though,
Nah,
man.
you know what? Hey, listen, anybody out there, please let us know exactly what y'all think. Is submission the same thing as compromise? What is it? You know what I'm saying? Let us know the difference, or is it the same for real?
Yeah,
We need
yeah.
leave a comment for real on this one.
Oh yeah. Make sure y'all go ahead, go on YouTube, hit us up on the Gmail, Music Life and Love 88@gmail.com. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell notification for more content for all of us. You know what I'm saying, on behalf of Gillionaire, L's in the background,
Sir.
M.Soto. We appreciate you guys, and once again, like I said, I wish I could give cancer.
We got it right here. Let's make sure.
All right,
I see that, right? Cancershop.com.
ladies and gentlemen, we are out.
Peace.
Music, life, love, love.